Not long ago, deep in the Appalachian wilds, a group of misfits joined forces to play Dungeons and Dragons. Inspired by boredom and equipped with loose morals and a questionable understanding of the rules, our heroes travel forth to explore strange new lands. Gather up your dice, your manuals, and your livers, and join us on a quest to make absolute fools of ourselves. This is Botched, a D&D podcast.
Previously on Botched.
I mean, like, we had a really good thing going, but then we just had to, like, skip town, and, some guy tipped his hat to me, and then the turkeys, oh, shit, that was so long ago. Oh, my God, the turkeys tried to take us down to Goblin Town, and I thought that they weren't a real thing, because they told me, but oh, my God, they tried to kill us. I must be onto something.
Welcome back, listeners, to the 10th episode in our 7th season. Thanks so much for tuning in again. We are going to start a little bit later than where we left off, since they just fended off a horde of angry turkeys that wanted Willie's blood. And you're waking up and it's the next morning in your cave, so you're all healed to full if you weren't already, and whatever other things you have going on. But yeah.
All these turkey corpses all around up here?
Oh, they're just decimated.
All right.
They were all blown to hell from hex, eldritch blasts, and whatnot, so it's just carnage.
I still have 4 impaled on my horns.
True, you do have 4 impaled turkeys on your horns.
They're starting to smell.
I'm going to carve up some of these turkeys so I can feed them to chickens.
Okay.
Oh, my God. Now, the ones that got eldritch blasted, are they, like, dried and cooked? Delicious?
Can you cook with...
No,
it wasn't an eldritch blast. It was shatter.
Oh.
Well, I thought you did shoot some of them with an eldritch blast, but yeah, shatter. So
Yeah,
I think you just cast, it's like force. So you just...
Their bones are shattered?
Pulverized them.
Unusable. Got it.
Very tender meat.
Pink slime.
It's pink slime
We're
now.
making turkey nuggies.
Sure. Yeah. So yeah, you have all these turkey corpses in your cave. The sun has come up. Roll me perception checks.
Oh.
I do that.
You guys aren't super far from the town of Eastwood, or the city of Eastwood, but...
I'm too busy plucking feathers.
14.
Okay.
Also 14.
8. What do I see with my cow eyes?
Dirt. Yeah, you don't see anything special. Willie and Heck, you hear, it sounds like a weak neighing coming from outside the cave, like a little bit of a distance away. It's not like right outside your cave, but you hear like the neighing of a horse that is not yours.
I'm going to step outside the cave and kind of look across the land.
Okay. Roll me another perception check.
I'll join him.
16.
Also 16. Holy shit.
Moly.
Rolly twins.
So you both pop your heads out the side of the cave like Scooby-Doo, just one on top of the other, and you look around, and you're looking for a horse-sized creature because you hear the neighing, but then your eyes fix towards the ground hundreds of yards in the distance on a horse head sticking up out of the sand. Somebody has buried a horse up to its neck in the sand, and it doesn't seem to be doing great.
Well, no, why would it be?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm going to take out Chickums, and I'm going to... All right, Chickums, why don't you go up down to that now horse that's all in a sand coffin, and why don't you go calm it down, and we'll be there shortly. And I throw Chickums as hard as I can.
Okay.
Towards the
like a
the horse
football.
brain. Yeah.
Sure.
He's
You're
like
really
going
to kill that bird one day.
Yeah. It's a vortex.
He already has. It's not like he hasn't killed that bird before.
I mean, I didn't kill that bird. Somebody
You
else
did.
killed it. How did I do it?
Probably killed it in a mine.
No, this is Chickums.
That's a different bird.
Is it-
Oh, it was a different bird?
Yeah.
He acquired this one after he acquired a different cave canary?
Yeah, this is like my 4th.
Okay. Sure. So yeah, you
dropped a letter each time it died.
Sure. You toss
The
chickens.
original one was Chicklenopolis. But now we're just
It's
down.
Greek.
Chicken.
It's Greek.
Fair.
Do I have to do like a Chickums check?
I mean, Chickums is just going over there.
All right.
You said you'd be back.
I know. I'm gonna go down there,
Okay.
but
Man.
I'm not ready yet.
Okay. Well,
Now I
what are
can't stop thinking about lemon chicken soup. So thanks for that.
Oh, well, I mean, hey now, he's a canary. He's not a chicken. But you could use all this pink slime to make your soupy bits.
Yeah, I mean, while they're doing that,
We'll just brush the sand out of it.
Besame and Ned are plucking the turkeys and finding like a bowl-shaped rock to crush them into a pink slime.
Okay. Roll.
Yeah, a desert mortar.
Sure. Roll me survival to create said mortar and
Pestle.
maybe you should, but this round circular rock looks great.
Survival?
Yeah.
Well, 12.
You guys don't really do a great job of
He's
creating.
just-
You just sort of smush.
Stomping on him.
You just kind of smush the chicken into the.
Ned, you're doing
Into
a
a
great
rock.
job.
A nice
It's a
provincial
turkey,
chicken.
not a
Yeah.
chicken.
Now
Turkeys.
roll another survival with a -2 since you don't have a mortar and pestle to make your pink goop.
Both of us.
I mean, I assume you're both doing it.
I got a 10.
17.
Ned, yours is just. It's not even pink slime. You're just smushing it.
Well, I don't have hooves like he does. It's not fair.
Doesn't. I mean, I guess if he's doing it with his feet.
Yeah. What else do you stomp with?
I'm definitely using my fingers.
Well, I figured
Why
you're
would-
using your hands to.
I don't mash the turkeys with my hands.
Like, you don't use a mortar and pestle with your feet.
You're holding the rock with your feet. Ned, no, Ned.
This is the saddest smush video I've ever watched.
He watched. He grew up next to otters, and he's just been trying to
Smash him on my tummy.
He's just holding the turkey on his tummy and smashing it with a rock.
with his feet. Just holding the.
his feet.
Yeah, he's holding the rock between his feet and trying to smash it on his tummy.
It's because he needs somebody to hold his hand while he does it.
That's true.
I'm actually really impressed at your flexibility, Ned.
So Ned doesn't float away.
All he's doing is just randomly bashing the turkey with the rock because there's no real
God damn it.
like good form to it or anything. Besame, you on the other hand are having much better luck with turning your turkey into pink paste or whatever it is, pink slime.
I call it gobble goo.
Sure. What are you putting your gobble goo in?
I mean, I hadn't really thought that far ahead.
Because now you got goo, and it's just kind of gonna run
Here, Put it
everywhere.
in my hat. Put it in my hat.
I put it in Ned's hat.
You do.
Christ.
Your hat is full
I
of
didn't
gobble
think
goo.
very far ahead.
Gobble goo.
Yeah.
Looks like you guys got something to sell when we get into a new town.
Little saddlebags.
You want some gobble goo?
It's a cure old gobble
New
goo.
MLM gobble goo.
Subsidiary of Mulk.
We need a swarthy, organized crime man to sell it for us.
Sure.
Meanwhile, outside the cave.
I
They-
walk inside the
Yeah,
cave.
Came back inside the cave.
Here, can you hold my hat?
You just see Ned like an otter trying to smash a turkey with a rock between his feet. And then
I-
Besame has made goo, which he's put in Ned's hat.
I see.
I'm
that
not
you-
gonna wait for chickums.
I see that you guys are busy, so I'll let you continue doing your smash-ums. But
Willie, Mulk didn't work. But look,
hey, Mulk would have worked if we
I
would
got a
have.
new idea.
All right. Well, look, there's a horse that's buried up to its head out in the desert, up
Like-
to its
like-
neck.
Like on the far side?
Well, it's closer than that, but we're gonna need all hands on deck to dig this thing out.
I mean, if it dug its head into the sand, it probably wanted to be there.
I mean, it's
Maybe
not,
we should just
it's
let
not-
it pass.
No, it's not like like one of them like big birds where they hide their brains inside the sand because they're scared of the sun. Like, if it looks like somebody dug a giant hole and put a horse in it and then filled it back up so that the vultures would come and pick it clean.
All right, well, we'll help it out. But if we dig it out and it said it was trying to die, we let it go right back in there.
Oh, well, then we'll put it right back in.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we'll dig it deeper. just
to make sure.
Yeah, all right, we're on the same page.
It's like hanging them high, except digging them
Digging them low.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
We're going to dig him 12 hands down.
Okay. So you're heading over to the horse.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys head towards this horse, and it is a very nice, well, I mean, from the head anyways, a very nice black speckled horse.
Do you mean, is it Appaloosa or
I'm going off.
Palomino?
Roan?
Says it's a black and
or,
white speckled horse.
Paint?
Are the speckles black or are the speckles white?
I think the speckles are white, but I'm not 100% sure on this.
Okay. All right,
So you
cool.
notice that there's a Gila monster right in front of the horse's head.
A
Gila
Healy monster?
It's a lizard.
It's a monster with
Gila-
Healy's on?
Gila monster's a little.
Do horses
lizard.
eat lizards?
No. But it looks like the lizard is trying to pester the horse, probably try and, nip and bite at it. The horse, by the way, will be played by our super special guest because we are joined by Bill
Hello, I'm Buttercup the horse.
Hey, Bill.
from Nerd Nest on
That's
YouTube.
me.
Hell
Welcome,
yeah.
Bill. Thanks for playing with us again. You joined us for a Patreon episode a while back.
It was horrifying.
It was a deep sea horror thing.
It was fun.
That was a great one to edit, too. I like
Mm-hmm.
that.
You weren't here for that, were you?
No, but I had maybe? I don't remember.
I don't remember.
He was
either.
here.
Steve wasn't here.
I think
I
used
wasn't on the show
Yeah,
yet.
he wasn't on
a
the show
laser
yet.
cutter.
That's right.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Winter slime.
Bill will be playing the horse. So, Bill, you are currently buried up to your neck, and there's a little Gila monster in front of you on the ground. And it's
I'm trying to nip at it with my horsey teeth.
sure roll
I'm trying to bite at it.
Yeah, roll a d20.
You should,
Okay.
You
You
should, be
notice
like,
there's a bunch of riders coming up towards you too.
you should be like the Rock on the Scorpion King and crush it with your chin.
18.
Roll me a d6.
Okay.
Now, don't you go on stomping this horse into the ground like you did them turkeys. Unless it bites you.
5.
You bite the Gila monster's head clean off, in a flash, just and you just bite its head off, and it just drops
Kerchunk.
and just twitches.
I think this horse is carnivorous, guys. Watch it.
Hey,
Watch your hands. Watch your
hey,
fingers.
horsey, you want some hat slime, buddy?
I start choking on the Gila monster. The head, it's stuck in my throat.
Sure.
And I can't do the what are they, the neigh, the whinny. All you hear is as I'm trying to communicate.
He's a
He's
little horse.
snickering.
He's laughing at you. He
I
don't
give him
believe in gabagoo. Gobblegoo.
Gobble.
I give him the horse version of the Heimlich.
How
The
he's buried.
salt lick maneuver.
All
you
that's
gonna
there is his
kick him in
head.
his throat?
The throat
what are you
kick?
gonna do?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought his head was buried.
No, I said he
the
looked
and the
like
rest
a
of his
body.
body
You
was
didn't
out.
listen.
No.
bite the Gila monster if my head's underground.
Maybe the Gila monster's underground, and I don't know.
Literally, I say he ain't an ostrich with his head in the ground because he's scared of the sun. You weren't listening.
Well, I thought you were speaking to motivation, not to execution.
No.
I'm going to start digging.
Well, I mean, somebody's got to reach in and pull it out.
I'll do it.
Okay.
I very quickly and dexterously reach into his throat and pull out the heel so I don't get my fingies bit.
So Buttercup, this person with a cow head, you've seen these people before. You don't know their race or anything like that because no one's told you. But you recognize this as a fairly peaceful people. They're kind to the horsies, and you can see that it's trying to reach its arm into your throat, probably to grab onto the thing that you're choking on. But you can't be sure.
I'll signal to the horse.
We both have hooves.
Well,
right?
I have hoof feet. I have fingies.
Yeah, he's got
Fingy
fingers.
fingies. Okay. I recognize the hoof feet, and I figure he's probably trying to help. So I'm going to open up my mouth as wide as possible.
That's a trap.
That's terrifying.
No, it's fine.
Horse
Is there a
bites can be
sign that
pretty
says,
nasty.
please do not feed the horse your fingers?
Yeah, it's weird. It's on a rock right
He looks
next to
like
him.
one of them peoples from the Beetlejuice movie. Right, Tristan? Shame on you, Tristan.
Never
I
seen
watched
Beetlejuice.
it. No, I watched it this week.
Just
the
in
people?
case, I'll reach in with my non-dominant hand.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah. But yeah. Okay.
Stretch your face out.
Roll a medical or medicine check.
Can I assist? Since I'm proficient.
Please assist.
I'm assistant. I'll assist him since I'm proficient.
All right, Steve. That means you get to roll again.
That is slightly better. 15.
Oh yeah, you reach in there and you can feel the slimy, bloody head, the bumps of the lizard head and whatnot. You grab a hold of it and it's lodged in there pretty well, but you got it and you pull it right out and It's got a horrified look on its face, and it's literally just a super clean cut from the teeth. The horse has blood all over its mouth because it bit this lizard's head off.
Hi.
Buttercup thinks to himself, if these idiots can't hear me talk unless I can stamp my feet.
I'll help the others start digging them out.
He's really good at math.
Sure. So you guys all take your. You guys all go to dig the horse out. I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Get my
Oh, yeah.
survival spade.
Sure. And you guys spend the next hour digging the horse out. Eventually, you have to dig a pretty big hole, but you eventually do get Buttercup out. Now, the head is very clean, but the rest of it is obviously very, very dusty because it's been covered in sand and dirt for the last, you don't even know how many hours.
Wait, it's not a tiny horse? It's a
No, it's a
full-size
full-sized horse.
Okay,
You
got
thought it was a miniature horse?
We said it was a...
He said it was horse-sized. Or no,
Okay.
he said you were looking for something that was horse-sized,
But then it was-
you were confused because
yeah.
it was small.
He was real short.
No, it's because the only thing that was showing was
Just
the
my head.
Okay.
He's a
I got it.
giant Shetland pony. So he's just the size of a normal horse.
Yeah. Pretty much. So yeah. Now you got this dirty horse in front of you.
I guess.
Say
Heck
again?
grabs their curry comb out of their bag and proceeds to start brushing the horse.
Okay. Buttercup.
He stamps on the ground a few times, and you can hear in your head, thank you.
Oh,
Like you can hear his voice as he stamps on the ground.
Voice in
That is
head.
an interesting sensation.
Am I still high on peyote?
How long does it take?
I can feel this horse
About
talk.
8 to 12 hours. No.
Yeah, you're over it.
Yeah, it would have passed during the turkey night.
Turkey apocalypse.
All right. Well, I might just be residual hallucinations then.
Bessie May knows he's an empath. He communicates like this with a lot of people intuitively. So he knows what's going on.
Sure.
Oh, yeah. Heck, he likes you.
I don't think that's exactly what he said.
No, but, I'm an empath, and I can interpret what he said and then spit out what he actually meant because I'm an empath.
So he's horse-splaining.
He's the horse whisperer, voice in head.
Heck, you don't understand because you aren't...
I'm gonna sit down and
You don't
and
have a
just
snout.
Buttercup turns around and smacks Bessie May in the face with his tail.
Ah!
Swish.
Yeah. Hits you right in the face.
Do you want the Gila monster back? I can give it back. Do you actually want it, though? It's yours, technically.
No, I'm not hungry, he says as he stomps on the ground.
Okay.
Thank you for digging me out, and as he stomps.
Oh, it was mostly them.
Well, you did pull the Gila monster out of my throat.
Yeah,
Which-
I did.
Yeah, so
I did a good job.
that was pretty good.
Hey,
Yeah.
You did have help.
hey, Stampy, which I assume is your name.
butternuts.
How did you get buried up to your neck in the sand? What happened? Where were you going?
Well, I was out here with my rider, Pete, the elven wizard. And
You have a writer? Are you a stand-up comic?
no, not rider.
Oh.
Sorry, he stamps out a few more times so you can understand it better. I was out here with my rider. We were camping for the night, and he was kidnapped. And the kidnappers they buried me up to my neck in the sand.
That is so not cash money of them.
Okay.
Hey, heck, you know how
Yes.
some coyotes and dogs have good sniffers? Can horses do that too? I think Can you check your Rolodex inside your SSD for horse facts about
Sure, let me
tracking
just
and
do that.
sniffing? I thought it was SSD. I thought it was instant.
That's weird. It doesn't seem to be in my processors.
Okay. How? I mean, those people could be anywhere.
They could. Why don't we do this? Buttercup, did you see where they went?
They went towards the I don't know which direction is the town.
It's north of where you guys are.
Okay, they went to the north towards Eastwood.
I mean, that's true. We could have just asked, but I've
No, wait. There's. Okay, I see some tracks on the ground.
There's
An
a
elf
bunch.
lay here.
Well, that's right. You were raised by elves.
But if he says that we went north, we should probably just go there.
No, let's mess around a bit.
I smell for elves.
Wow, the scent goes north.
Yeah,
Weird.
I can tell.
It's crazy. It's just uncanny.
Let's pack up our. I'm gonna dump this slime down the canyon. This shit sucks.
You didn't even get.
I don't know how you could smell anything with a hat full of guts in your hand.
Oh yeah.
I mean, chickens would have eaten that.
I mean, chickens can fly.
Ned, roll me a history check.
Oh fuck yeah. Got a 20, non-natural.
You seem to recall that the original way the turkey pox was spread was by mishandling turkey meat.
Wait,
Too late.
Did I?
Do you-
am I the cause of the turkey pox?
Maybe.
Was I sent back to form my own loop? I'm patient 0. Get away from me, everybody.
So yeah, you just seem to recall that was a thing. That it the theory was that it started with somebody mishandling turkey meat.
Did you just cause a paradox?
Well, if I did, then
Or
there's nothing I can do about it at this point.
Or is there no paradox because you were supposed to come back here to start the
Holy
turkey
shit.
pox? That was your destiny?
Are you saying I'm free right now?
I never believed your crazy story anyway.
I'm free from the future because the future's already happened.
That's right. You have no consequences for your actions.
So I should just flip a coin to decide what I do, and then everything will be okay.
I believe that's the way of the elf.
Ned, here's how I want you to think of the future.
Yeah?
You remember how we were smashing turkey corpses up in the cave? You
Yeah.
remember the cave times?
Yeah, it's all over my forehead right
The
now.
gabagool times?
Yeah.
You remember how you were smashing your corpse
On
with
my
a
rock
rock
hard abs?
on your
Yeah.
abs, and like really it just got kind of became a soft turkey, and mine became this beautiful goo to make turkey nuggies out of.
It was very beautiful, you're right.
I just think of it this way: there's no paste but what we make.
I'm fucking in.
Bessmay's dead.
Besame. Teach me your ways.
I mean, we could have turned that paste into some salsa.
You making a paste?
Ned, I'm going to teach you how to disappear into even the smallest shadows.
New York City.
Get a rope.
Hero.
I cast Pass Without a Trace,
Okay.
and I hide behind a cactus.
Holy shit, where'd you go?
Okay. Doesn't all that do is just you don't have tracks?
No, it gives me +10 to any stealth check,
Okay. Gotcha.
Glad that you wasted that.
and
out there.
no traps.
Okay.
We might not need that. You're right.
It's fine. Yeah.
That
you're-
spell slot.
all of a sudden, Besame just disappears and is not there anymore.
Great. Let's go now since they're gone.
Are you riding towards Eastwood?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, let's
Riding. Hold up. Do you guys have your own horses? Because you're not climbing on me.
Oh yeah.
Of course we do.
Oh, Buttercup.
Okay, I'm just making sure because he's just. I didn't know what you guys had.
Wait,
But-
did you want to save your rider, or do you hate that guy?
No, the Pete is amazing. He taught me how to speak with psychic ability, so I can actually talk to people. Weren't there more of you a second ago?
They call him Psychic Pete.
I bet that he just got peanut butter on his gums. In my mind gums, so I can hear him.
Like Mr. Head.
Yeah.
Buttercup. They do all have horses, though Hex is mechanical. But something smells weird about their horses. Like you're just getting a weird vibe off of them. And every time they move, strange things happen. Like Hex horse is emitting green flames from the sand when it moves, and Willie's just seems to shoot extra dirt up. Ned's.
Ned's dead, baby.
What was Ned's horse?
Great question.
Hopper dude?
Hopper dude.
Hopperdoot.
Make something up. Nobody listens to this
I
shit.
forget what his thing was. And then Bessie Mae's looks like milk shoots up off the ground whenever it's running, so.
Wasn't yours
I think it was just brown fire.
fire, right?
No, Hex was fire.
Hazel-colored fire.
That was me. That's why I
Yeah,
got
his
dirt.
was hazel. That's why I get dirt.
Smoke.
Yours was smoke. Bam, write it down, Dennis.
Sure. Smoke.
If only Bean had been to the live show and could tell us.
We're really known for our continuity here
We've
on
told you.
Botched.
It was
Numerous
yellow. His
times.
was yellow.
Yeah.
Yellow.
It was
Oh, that's right.
piss.
It looks like piss.
That's
yeah.
right.
Looks like splashes of piss every time he moves. Anyway.
That's great.
But splashes were my thing.
I'm gonna write piss splash.
Oh my God! I hear a voice coming out from behind a cactus.
I hide again.
Oh, okay.
All right, well, wherever you are,
No, you didn't.
Bessie, we're leaving.
I throw some gabagool at my little dwarf friend.
Okay. Roll an attack to throw gabagoo.
Think fast,
Gobble
Willie.
glue.
Shit. 11.
6.
Willie, your AC's higher than 11, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so you just see like a snowball of pink goo fly past you from nowhere. It just splashes on the ground.
Fine, I'm going to go.
It's a gooble weed.
Yeah. You guys ride away and you leave Bessie
tumble goo, come
by
on.
himself.
Double. Sorry, he doesn't rhyme with either one, but sure.
Okay. You guys ride. It takes about an hour to get to Eastwood. Now, Buttercup, you're familiar with this city. You've been here for quite a while now. But for the rest of you, this city almost has sort of like just looking at the street, it looks like it goes straight and then splits. So it's almost like a Y shape to the main road. That's what you see from the outside. And this city has a very different feel to it than Tombstone. Like Tombstone was like drunks everywhere and was like fighting constantly. This city seems to be much more straight-laced, business as usual, kind of like normal comings and goings sort of thing. You see a
These
lot
guys
of
are gonna fit
miners.
right in.
So our
around.
shenanigans will not fly here.
It's not.
I mean, they
Atlantic City.
could. It's just not Atlantic City. It's just a different vibe.
Heck is gonna pull up next to Ned. Hi.
Hey.
Well, it would really behoove us to keep our shit
What the
together.
hell? Behoove?
Yeah, what the hell?
Okay.
Hooves. Come
Sorry, it would benefit us if
Yeah?
we all kept our shit together
Okay.
in this town. I
I'm gonna go-
believe.
I'm gonna go straight into business mode.
Oh, see, that is what I
got
was
it.
afraid of.
I'm in. No. Now that I know I'm free from the future because the future already happened, I can do whatever I want.
Oh, no.
I don't have to react to violence.
Oh, hold on. Didn't we fix this last time? Did you just reset him?
I mean,
I
I
don't-
did say
I
I'd
don't
teach him
know.
to punch.
No, you're right. I am.
Can someone
more
explain what he's doing
than
to
what
me?
you
What's he
see?
doing?
He's got split personality where, like, when he's not in the shadows, he's this real timid, scaredy man. And then when he's got no more fear because Pearl Necklace dropped in front of a movie theater, his parents are dead, Batman.
Yep. Except he doesn't have the no killing rule that Batman does.
I am-
He actually kills everybody for the most minor of crimes.
Yeah.
Look,
Yeah.
beyond this, I am more. I'm not just the gobbling, okay? I can do better.
I look at Ned and I say, "Listen, pal. The sheriff in this town, he does
Yeah.
not like what do they call him? Vigilante.
Idiots. Oh.
Oh,
Idiot.
It's all right. I'm
I'm just letting you know. You're liable to get locked up if the sheriff finds out that you're taking care of crime on his dime.
So don't pay him. The horse said just don't pay him.
Can you like talk when you're running or just when you're standing still?
Actually, when I'm running, it's like it sounds like I'm screaming the whole time because my feet just keep hitting the ground.
That's right.
So, like when you guys arrive with me, you gotta like cover your ears. It's like a magic spell or something.
I can't cover my mind ears though.
Oh, you can't just turn down the volume?
No, it's always the same very
It's just-
monotonous volume.
They were working out the bugs.
Inner monologue the whole time.
Oh, I love running. I love running. I love running.
I'm almost there. I'm almost there. I'm almost there. I'm there.
Why you guys gotta be like me and disassociate?
Exactly.
Hey. So, everybody, huddle up before we go in.
Okay.
Is Bessie May here yet?
I just see the cactus.
I assume so.
I emerge from the cactus and I huddle up.
It's touching my. Okay. Yeah.
This is happening.
Okay.
So we drew too much attention to ourselves at the last town. Mostly on you, Willie.
I mean, I'm just an entrepreneur.
Okay? And we have to find out how death is keeping Smiling Tom in power, or why, and how maybe we can circumvent that. Because without that, we've got nothing. There's no justice on a macro level.
Well, I know, but we gotta probably help find Buttercup's partner first. Before we start doing the main quest, we should probably do the side quest first.
I'm a side quest. Excuse me? I'm a side quest? Is that what you just called me, Willie?
I mean,
He stomps furiously.
Dun, 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 dun.
hey,
Maybe we could call it something more horse themed, Willie. Instead of a side quest, instead of the main quest, we're doing the rain quest.
side saddle
saddle,
quest, you jackass.
Side saddle quest. There you go.
Okay, now listen, Buttercup. I mean, we're a traveling folk. Like, I've made deals with so many devils, I don't even know anymore.
Wait, what?
I'm here
What?
just to help everybody as well as I can, so that I can restore justice.
I love justice.
I know you do, bud.
Olive
the same
justice
guy
is
who
my
blew-
favorite flavor.
And
This is the same guy who blew up a cave of kids.
Wait, you can taste
Trying
justice?
to restore justice, huh?
you know what? I'm a changed dwarf. Look at me. Look at Chickums. We are different.
You're
hum-
short and sweaty.
It's hot. I'm sorry, and I don't have my my sunblock with me. Sunblock is
sunblock.
just condoms. Get it? Because it blocks having children, Dennis. Try them.
No, I'm good.
All right. So we roll into town.
Okay.
Wait. While we're in the death huddle, I feel like we should talk about this real quick. Can we prepare ourselves for when death isn't some evil monster, but it looks like hot goth Kate Blanchett? Because I feel like
Is
that
she
shouldn't
really
come as
tall?
a surprise to us, and we should be ready for it, and how it'll make us feel, and how it'll affect our bodies.
Is she going to invite us to see Rocky Horror Picture Show?
Very possibly. And we should be ready to go and pay attention so that we can answer questions about it later. Because she'll know if we weren't paying attention.
And as you prepare for Rocky Horror Picture Show, that's where we're going to take a break. Hello, listeners. It is I, Dennis, the world's most okayest DM, here to talk about patreon.com/botchpodcast. Now, I know you're probably asking, Dennis, what do I even get with patreon.com/botchpodcast? Well, from all the way as low as $1 a month, we'll read your name out when you sign up at the end of the show. You know, whatever weird name you have, we'll read it. All the way up to being crowned God King. And that also includes things like art and joining a bi-weekly game with some of the Botched crew. But mostly, the biggest perks, I would argue, are the Discord because of the awesome community that we have, and also the bi-weekly episodes that come out, the bonus episodes, where you get little one-offs and things like that. So this month is no different. We have another little one-off for you, and it's October, so obviously it's going to be a little spoopy. We have a new tradition where Philip does our spoopy episodes, and this is no different, as he has done this particular month's Patreon extravaganza. So let's take a listen to a little clip.
You know what, my dude? All right, I'm going to get in the car.
You're not in the car already? I thought you loaded your food
yeah,
in.
the food's in. I'm just getting in. Close the door. Ka-chunk.
Okay.
I
I don't know why you need to make that sound effect every time you get in the car. The door makes it.
thought you were in the theater.
I am, but
Did never break character. Didn't anyone like?
I haven't broken character. Not in 15 years.
Were you Hamlet?
Right now I am.
Name one line from Hamlet.
Horatio. I knew him.
Yep, Horatio.
Alas,
Hornblower. Alas, Horatio Hornblower. I blew him.
I forgot.
Dennis, hello.
Get thyself to a nunnery. How about that?
Yep.
Get myself to a nuttery.
Get thyself.
Get the
Get thee.
Dennis, hello.
different play though.
That's Hamlet.
Dennis, hello.
That was Taming of the Shrew. I could be wrong.
Dennis, you are so always in character that you are wearing your Hamlet costume.
He's got the puffy arms.
Yeah,
and the
I
puffy
have a
legs.
and the
fake.
tights
I have a
and
fake
everything.
skull in my backpack
Nice.
Fake.
and makeup. Yeah, well,
We should clip that for Krugs.
That's just the tip of the iceberg, my friends. So if you want to check out the rest of that episode, as well as the hundreds of hours of other episodes we have over on Patreon, head on over to www.patreon.com/botchedpodcast and subscribe today. All right, back to the show. And we're back. All right, so you guys have just stepped into the entrance of town, and it looks like in your nearby vicinity, the buildings lining the street all seem to be apartment buildings, but you notice that signs sticking out of the buildings that are more towards the center of the city, you see numerous signs for bank. So, like, there are numerous bank buildings, like, across the street from each other. The only building on the square that doesn't have the sign of bank is this very large triangle-shaped building that is...
bank-shaped building.
The sign of bank.
The sign of bank. And Buttercup, you recognize that this is the home base of Blondie, the gang leader who runs this city. He resides in that big building at the center of town.
All right, so he stomps around and he says something along the lines of that. This is the building that belongs to the guy who kidnapped Pete, but we probably shouldn't go in the front door. It's pretty well guarded.
Ah, the back door.
It's a
I know
three-story building.
it's your favorite door, basically.
I mean, I'll take it any way it comes there, Stampy.
Beggars can't be choosers.
Stampy.
It's a loophole.
Hey, can you run,
Except
jump,
loophole.
and Stampy?
What was that, Max, or what was it, Ned?
Ned. My name's Ned.
Ned?
Sorry.
All right,
It's
Ned.
confusing. I have a different voice. Can you?
Yeah, I know. I thought that... Okay, go ahead, Ned.
All right. So you're an elvish horse.
No, I'm
By
a
an elvish
horse.
rider. Did they
Yes,
teach?
I have an Elvish rider. Is this guy have brain damage?
Yes.
We all have a little bit of it from
I don't know,
the
but
mines.
I can feel your voice reverberating in my brain. Is that causing me damage?
Damage? No, it's just kind of uncomfortable.
Look, if you can run, jump, and stamp your way to telling us where your rider might be, that would be great.
I don't know where he could be, but I'm guessing that we could find answers inside... What was his name? Blondie?
Blondie.
Yeah, inside Blondie's base.
Oh, thank God. I thought you were saying we were going to have to cut open Blondie.
Is Blondie a dog?
No, Blondie's a man. I think he's... I don't know anything about Blondie.
He's got a heart of glass. I know that.
Big, tall, redhead.
You've seen Blondie a couple times. A fairly unassuming-looking gentleman with a brown hat, a sheepskin vest, blue
Sunblock.
button-up shirt, boots. Apparently a pretty decent gunfighter, but dirty blonde hair,
Hell of a soprano.
stubble. That's about it. I don't really remember.
I stamp all that information out so that they know that.
Oh, I've got a brain picture.
Does he stamp out in
like
horse
a-
code?
It's like a brain. No, it's. Oh, boy. It's more like a brain etch-a-sketch as he stamps away in there. But yes, your horse code.
You're just doing paradiddles over there.
Wait, is that all?
I thought he was doing.
He's right, but it's just a paradiddle.
Okay. So yeah, so you guys are just standing in the middle of the street. I would say there are a few dozen people, wandering around. Looks like they're, going to shops, or looks like they're coming or going to and from work. Like I said, most of the people in this town look like they are miners. ER, not OR, because I have to have this conversation every time with you people.
What time of day is it, voice in hand?
Morning.
I mean,
I thought he was talking to me.
Oh yeah, different voice in head.
Other voice, original voice in head.
OG voice in head.
I mean, should we gather intel on Blondie before we start guns akimbo inside this place?
Oh my God, yeah.
Feels like a good thing to do.
I feel like we have been conditioned to talk to people in this game.
Yeah.
We should do that.
You can do whatever you want. If you want to just run in guns blazing.
Shut up, voice in head.
Do
Nobody
whatever you
asked
want.
you.
Here's what we'll
We're gonna
do.
talk to people.
They'll
You
never see it
literally
coming.
asked me. You literally said, "What? Why are you telling me to shut up?"
Buttercup, I'm not talking. I'm sorry, Stampy. I'm sorry. I don't know
Who
why I
is he
said Buttercup.
talking to?
Why don't you shut it up? Buttercup, baby.
Before I put you down.
before I put you down.
So,
My legs aren't even broken.
if we could do anything, let's go into Blondie's building. Let's fill out an application, get jobs here, and just slowly work our way up through the system.
Yeah, are they hiring goons?
2-3 years, we'll be in the perfect position to interrogate him.
I think it makes the most sense.
It's true. You could do that.
Do they have a union at?
You have no idea from just looking at the building.
I mean, I would be able to tell by looking at the building.
Roll insight.
Inspection check. I rolled a 2.
You don't.
Okay.
It's a
building.
parallelogram.
Wait, does the building say jail on it?
No, it doesn't say
Did he
anything
just get
on it.
arrested?
The building doesn't say anything on it.
Okay. All right.
So we're at a Y intersection.
Well, you were at the very front edge of town. You could just see the Y intersection in the distance.
And there's bank.
Yeah, you see lots of signs for banks.
And in this unnamed building.
Yeah. The unnamed building is so it's like
a bank supply store.
It's a grayish brown.
They sell bags.
It's a J.G. Wentworth's.
Sorry, the voice in head's talking.
It's a grayish brown
Oh, not J.G.
wood.
Wentworth.
God damn it, Philip.
Sorry.
It's a grayish brown wood with gold trim and accents and sconces, and it looks like it's kind of fancy for,
Kind of like a residence, or
it's pretty big for a residence, but yeah, I suppose you could just have a mansion. It's a little unheard of, but sure.
Is there anyone on the street?
There's tons of people on the street. Dozens.
I'm going to walk up to someone.
Sure. Your choices are woman, small child, or one of the many minors.
W.B. Masons is what I meant, not
ER.
J.G. Wentworth.
Minor.
Okay. So the building to your immediate
so the
right.
child?
God damn it. The building to your immediate right looks like this miner is coming back from the end of a shift. Very dirty. He's just sort of lumbering towards the door. This looks to be a dragonborn.
Excuse me, I'm looking for a place to spend some coin.
What?
A place,
I've
an
been working-
establishment.
I've been working for
Are you
eight-
the person that I would ask about an establishment to spend some coin in?
I mean, I guess. I've been working 18 hours. I'm tired. I need my 4 hours of sleep before I start working again.
Understood. It is very taxing.
Yeah. I mean, I guess you could go to the saloon, or you could go to the store, or you could
I'm
just-
looking for somewhere
You could probably pay
a little more high end.
Oh.
Wait, what?
You,
No.
you can pay kids to fight.
Wait, really?
It's
Please
true, they'll
don't.
do it.
No, please don't tell my
it's
compatriots
encouraged.
that.
It's encouraged. 'Cause
I-
it makes them tough. Blondie wants the kids to be tough.
Blondie? Who is this Blondie?
Oh, Blondie runs the town.
Runs the town. All right.
Yeah, he's one in charge. He oversees everything.
Where is this Blondie's establishment? That sounds like a place where I could spend some coin.
And he points at the big building at the head of the Y, and he just goes,
Well, they don't have a business in there, but I mean, if you go to the saloon, it probably goes back to Blondie, I would guess. They have some poker tables in there. Nothing too crazy. It's not like Tombstone or anything, but
Oh, well then what do they do at Blondie's establishment?
and he starts to look a little bit more shifty-eyed, like he's woken up and he's suddenly aware of the possible danger he may be in. And he's like,
Blondie's a upstanding citizen, and he just does oversight, government oversight. Yep, that's what it is.
and he just tries to side shuffle towards his door.
Understood. Thank you for your time.
Yep, thanks. And he just, as soon as you say that, he just fucking books it.
So here's what we can do. You're a monk, right, Bessie May?
We
We could
have a
train-
religion and everything.
You could train one of these children, right? And we could, you know,
I'm already training a child.
like an
I point to Ned.
like someone that's got really low, like
Self-esteem,
Literally, I was born last week.
low
I'm
self.
a child.
legally.
That's true. Legally, he is.
Yeah, he's
According to
We
his
could,
driver's
we could,
license.
We
Ned
could
could be
bet
our
on it.
ringer in the kid fight.
We can bet on him, right? And
Okay,
we can make
yeah.
extra
Hold
money.
on, hold on.
Or
Stampy.
we could bet against him and he could take a dive.
That's
I
a
mean,
good
Nobody
idea
would
as
willingly
well.
bet
It would-
against Ned.
It would honestly give those children some confidence.
I need to explain to Stampy
the situation. Stampy,
Buttercup.
Buttercup. Okay, so I'm from 30 years in the future, and the
Just standing behind him, just
the turkey pox apocalypse
Let it ride.
is coming for everybody, and I'm come back in time to stop it.
The worst.
How do you do that?
I don't know, but the turkeys are onto me, which is why they attacked us in the cave.
Is that the goo that you're talking about?
Yeah, the goo.
Gobble,
We created
gobble
them.
goo?
Yeah, we turned the turkeys into gobble goo, but
So everything's fine then? We're all
everything's
good.
fine. Yeah. Well, also I'm powerless to stop the future, as Betsame told me. So
Why are you telling me this?
well, because I'm gonna enter a child fighting ring. I think
So you're from 30 years in the future. How old are you?
30.
Days.
So you're 0.
Yeah.
Okay.
Last week, I'm a week old.
He's got mind.
which is weird because everything else you start counting at 1, but a newborn baby isn't 1 yet.
No.
Buttercup starts like doing math. Bam, 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 bam.
Yeah, you didn't start with 0, did you?
No.
You know?
What are we doing? Back to the 3, 2, 1?
Let's jam. Or we could go play poker. That's great too, but I also feel like
I think let's talk about entering you into the children fight pits.
I'm ready at any time.
But I think, yeah, we should probably go and collect some information on Blondie.
Okay.
Are there any horses around?
Oh yeah, there's horses all over the place. Mostly tied up.
I'm gonna go ask them if they know anything in horse language, not the stamping kind of thing.
Sure.
So I walk up to one and I say, "Hey, who's your owner? What do you do here?"
Who's your daddy and what does he do?
It's not a tumor.
Horse is just talking Arnold quotes. Got it.
It's a goiter.
Yes, yeah, that's.
John, Big John Miner.
John Miner.
John is a miner.
Is there? Do you know where Blondie's horse is?
And sort of like moves its head over towards where the large building is at the Y. He's like,
Probably in the stables behind it.
There's stables behind the building. All right,
Yep.
thank you very much.
And a big
I'm
old
gonna move
pasture.
over and look in the stables and see if there's like a doorway that goes from the stables to inside the building. I'm not gonna open it. I'm just gonna look.
so you want to wander around to the back of Blondie's building.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm a horse, so nobody's gonna pay attention to me.
Sure. Just a random horse just walking by itself. So the stable behind it doesn't look like the stable is directly connected to Blondie's building. There is a large open field behind Blondie's building. It's and the stable sort of connected to that. So it has these white, very elegant looking posts to keep whatever is riding around in the field. And you notice that there are a few people riding horses that are like very well brushed, and like these look like show horses. And so you see 3 people riding around. You see that there's a few little hurdles to jump over and all this stuff. So that's what you see going on in the field. The stable itself, you don't
They're Called see. fences.
Sure, fence. Sorry, couldn't think of a word. The stable itself, you don't. It has like a normal door, so you could try kicking it open or trying to open it with your hoof. It looks
No,
like
I think I'm gonna go ask Willie to try and like ride, like to try and do the obstacle course so that we can be friends with these people.
Wait, Willie's gonna do the obstacle course.
Well, I mean, the guy with the actual hooves can't ride on a horse.
he rides
and
a
the other
horse.
person is a robot, and then we have Batman. So I think
we
we're
have
the
horses.
obvious choice.
I'm the
My
best
horse's
option.
name is Dale Donuts III.
Yeah, mine is Sugarfoot.
Everybody has a horse.
Yeah,
I got Ronnie.
I've got special hoof-shaped stirrups.
Are people not freaked out by your horses?
They
mean-
are.
We made a
Cautious.
Deal, we made a deal with the devil. Like, we got devil horses. Don't worry. No, ain't nobody gonna ask questions.
It's probably
Okay, all right.
probably
Especially-
why you think they smell funny, Buttercup, or you get like some weird EBGBs. You notice that the other horses also are not super fond of their horses. Like they start to whinny a little bit, and like
I
they
mean,
sort of
Ronnie
like
Even though they're good boys, yet they are.
move away a little bit, give them their space, wide berth, and all that.
Give him some chin scratchums.
Hails bells.
All right, so I go back and I report to the group all the things that I saw.
Okay.
All right, yeah, I can help out if you guys want to go maybe somewhere and talk. It will keep me busy doing this and not embarrassing all y'all because that's apparently what I do best.
Okay,
It's
yeah.
one of your many talents.
Thank you.
But
If you lose points over at Chicaner, you will embarrass us all anyway.
Don't worry, I've got a full Chicaner right here.
Oh, I
That's
filled that
not-
up with
all
gobble
right.
goo.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's for, it helps me hyper focus.
fermented gabagool.
You still have your gabagool?
Gabagool.
Yeah, it's
Gobble
in
goo?
Ned's hat.
You
No,
dumped
I
it
dumped
out.
it.
He dumped his hat out.
My gobble goo.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
gone.
Oh, I guess he was behind a cactus when you did that.
Yeah.
How am I gonna sell? Oh no!
Next time.
I'm sure we'll find more turkeys.
Okay,
I spent 10 minutes making that.
time out, everybody. If he's entering a horse show, we gotta get him pretty. He needs brushing, washing,
Makeover episode.
You want to have a makeover montage?
horsey makeover.
For me or the horse?
No.
No, you're just
Yes.
you're just
Yeah,
a jockey.
I think we both kind of
know
need
you're
it.
drunk.
You,
It's okay.
And then you have a Ren and Stimpy zoom into my face, which is just fucking disgusting.
Yeah.
We can put matching ribbons in his mane and your beard.
I'm all for it. What about Chickums? Chickums deserves a little bow as well. Squawk.
I mean, do you have the supplies to pretty up?
No, but is there a place where we could
I
just
got
like
a pine
There's a general
cone.
store.
put a gold in the slot that we could spray our horse down real quick?
I
A
wouldn't
car,
mind.
a horse wash?
Yeah.
I mean, no.
A I mean, what if we paid a little extra to get that?
For some buckets.
You
Yeah.
just get some water.
Get a
from
horse
trough.
detailing
Scrape the cuticles a little bit.
with that new horse smell.
What are you doing?
Yeah, we want to wash the horse.
Okay. So you there is another stable.
There's a horse wash nearby.
Buttercup indicates that there's a larger stable, not in the area where Blondie is, but over on the right side of town. So they have various troughs. There's a big old water pit hole thing that people just sort of like clean themselves and their horses off in.
And the West was gross.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can we pay someone to scrub this horse down real good and also like put one of those? Oh, Willie.
What? You gonna pay me? I was gonna say I could probably use a shower down as well.
Oh, can someone scrub our horse and our rider?
So if you
Yes,
go,
please, our horse and our Willie. Scrub them.
Scrub my Willie real good.
if you go over to that area, you notice that there's a few people also doing the same thing to their horses.
And
And
Rogers.
there's also a couple kids over there, and they're just like, when you inquire about washing, they're like, I mean, yeah, I'll wash your horse for a gold, but him's gonna cost $2.
I mean, two gold?
Yeah, you're gross.
Yeah, I'm pretty gross.
You're disgusting.
What?
You smell
Wait.
terrible.
I've been out in the desert for like
Smell like-
6
You
hours.
smell like dead turkeys.
Oh,
I don't think the first thing
All
we want to
of you.
do in this town is get children to wash your grown man's body.
There are adults
Hey,
too.
Wait, what? Would it be
Oh, I
less
thought they were
weird?
kids.
There are kids and there are also adults.
We don't want to
washing
be
their horses.
practicing prostitution without a license either, okay?
I mean, I can just take a shower. I can do that. I don't need
They
to
don't
be
have
washed.
showers.
What is a shower?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's when
just
you take a bucket and dump it on yourself.
Oh.
I can
Seems insufficient. Oh God, I'm back.
Would it be less weird if we knocked Willie unconscious before he got bathed?
Would
The
he like
children
Mr. T?
drown then?
He doesn't want to get on a plane. I ain't getting on no plane.
I'm all
Hell.
for it.
I ain't taking no bath.
You want? I mean,
You want some milk?
He's been cultivating this stench for a
I
long
mean, if
time.
that's what you want, all right. I take a bottle out of my bag and I hit myself in the head with it,
Okay.
and I go down like a sack
It
of
was just an
potatoes.
idea, but oh wow.
Yeah, it shatters over his head and he collapses in a pile.
Plink.
He's very suggestible.
Wow.
Someone goes, so you want me to still wash him?
Yeah, scrub him real good.
Well, yes.
$2 gold.
He's got it in his pouch.
So you want me to just pick his pockets?
Well, no, I'll take his belt.
Well, you got to take his clothes off anyway.
All right.
Yeah.
So they start to undress him. I'm like, this is so fucking disgusting. You know,
It
they
gets worse.
start
It's,
to.
it's like an onion. The more you peel back, the more it stenches.
They start to, and they're like, you know what? It's not all of it. And they just toss him entirely into the water. And just like, he floats, so they have to like a bobbing top, just sort of like dunk him repeatedly over and over again.
They have to keep pushing him down
Yes.
under because he
Yes.
won't stay.
Yeah.
The dirt makes me buoyant.
Oh, yeah.
He's too
And
full of gas.
the water's gross anyways, but
It just
at least
got,
they have a bar of soap, so it's something. And they're just scrubbing the clothes and the skin. Like, eventually the guy has somebody else come over. He's like, this is like a 3-man job. Like, oh my God, this is so gross. And you notice that one of them throws up into the pool, like a little bit away from them, like just leans over out of
that's
the way a bit.
exfoliation agent.
All right, that's
We
fine,
aren't
got that
paying
out of the
extra
way.
for the enzymatic cleaners.
And they scrub him up, and then they just toss him back out of the water, and he's just soaking wet, little sudsy, just laying on the side of this watering hole.
And he's not usually unconscious this long.
Yes. Is that concerning at all?
I'm fine with it.
Buttercup, they're much more gentle with you as they usher you into the water. And give
I
you-
don't really want to get in the water after he's been in it. That's disgusting.
It looks gross. There's a lot of things floating around in this water.
Okay, chunks.
I'd be happy to just
It's
be
more of a
brushed.
stew now, really.
They're like
We paying extra gold for fresh water.
fresh.
Yeah, I've got gold in my saddlebag, I guess. I don't know.
Horse
I got like a
pocket.
gold. Horse pocket, yeah.
Your horse pocket.
How rich is an elf?
An elf wizard.
Yeah, probably pretty rich.
You know what? Roll me a D100, Bill. That's 2
okay.
D10s.
Let me just grab those saddlebags for you.
D10.
Aren't you anti-crime?
Elves are communal, and I am default elf.
15.
So you have 15 gold.
That sucks. This elf is poor as hell.
I don't really know much about money, so this seems good to me.
Think about all the oats you could buy.
5 gold. They say they'll go and obtain enough clean water to clean the horse.
Do it.
Okay, so they take the 5 gold. And they,
Yeah, I stomp, and everybody. I stomp, and then these guys tell them to do that because I don't want these people to know that I'm a talking psychic horse.
probably a good idea. So they take the 5 gold and they get like 5 guys and they all have
Burgers
2
and
buckets
fries?
each. Nope.
Burgers?
Nope.
So
No
with
burgers.
the extra gold, they get burgers for
No.
us.
And they leave.
Horse burgers.
They come back.
Where are the fries from today?
Horse burgers.
Cactusfries.com.
But they come back about an hour later with
Arby's.
10 buckets of water.
And no change.
And they have so it's a wooden, it looks like a large shallow bucket basically, like big enough for a horse to stand in. And they sort of bring you in. And then they fill that up with the clean water and then that's what they use to wash you with.
A large, shallow bucket.
A huge
If
shallow.
we had a word for that,
long.
it would be tub, but we don't.
It's made of wood. Yeah, I mean it doesn't it looks a little different from a tub, but yeah, it's fine.
A wooden tub.
Sure. It's wooden tub.
It's like if we took a bunch of barrels and cut the tops sides off and then laid them side by side and filled it with water after sealing it.
The water forms a pool inside of this shallow bucket
So it's
that we
It's
don't
a-
have a word for.
it's a wrong boat.
There you go. It's a wrong boat. There we go. So yeah, they wash you in the wrong boat.
I've never been cleaner. I smile, and you swear for just a moment. There's like that ting.
You also notice that some of them have some fresh herbs that they rub into your mane and whatnot. So you have
Buttercup
like a
and
very
lavender.
nice smell as well.
Do my eyes dilate at all?
It's not drugs. It's just
Oh, okay.
Just
I'm just
herbs.
making sure they weren't trying to
No,
drug me.
they're not giving you any peyote or anything.
All right.
They're just trying to make you smell nice. And then they give you a little smack on the butt and usher you out of the wrong boat.
Oh, man. He's not waking up, is he?
No, he is out cold.
Willie is out.
Medicine check?
Oh, okay, but you guys are real tall, so I should ride this horse in the show, right?
Voice in head, does he look like a little angel? Sleeping
Who?
like that?
Willie?
Buttercup.
He looks
Yeah.
like a drowned rat.
Rats can be angels. The two
A
aren't mutually
clean drowned
exclusive.
rat.
Okay,
You know when you drown a rat, a little rat angel goes up to heaven.
Every time a
Or
bell
hell.
rings,
A rat angel.
every
gets-
time a dwarf is washed.
a rat angel gets its wings.
All right, El Rata Alada. Look,
Oh man.
Besame, heck, take Willie to the church and find out if they can A, resurrect him, at least his brain, and B, see if there's anything you can find out about Death and Tom. And then
Blondie.
I will ride the horse to Blondie's show.
Heck, you want the feet or the head?
Oh, there are no good options there. I think I'll take the head.
All
Take
right.
the belt.
I'm gonna turn to the washers and be like, "Did you get all the lice though?"
I mean, and you just look in the pool and there's just so many like bugs just swimming around in that water. They're like, I don't think we got them all. It's impossible to know.
His
I'll
beard
still
looks
take the
shorter
head.
now.
You need to. I would hire a chimpanzee. Just leave them in there for like a day,
His face off.
but make sure to cover
my
the face.
God.
They will rip it off.
His face is finally clean when it's ripped off by
That's
a
right.
chimpanzee.
Pearlescent skeleton.
That's a great exfoliation you did there, Bobo.
That's right. So, yeah. So, as you guys start to separate and part ways, that is what we're going to call it. So, thanks so much for tuning in. Check us out next time.
You can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Spotify, TikTok, Reddit, and Twitch at Botched Podcast. This episode of Botched was brought to you by the Patreon producers. The OG Lone Ranger Big Jim, the Nuck Lord Chronic Skinner, B-Mail God King Shandapanda,
Fraser.
Disgruntled Furniture, Lost Limey, Scabby Goose, Zukari, Chris Wisdom, and Bread2287.
I also love disgruntled furniture.
If you want to support the show, you can do so by going to many different stupid websites. FreedomValleyHorsePace.com, DickBlood.me, DickBlood.club, Cornhub.icu, SexWithWookies.com, PigRickets.com, mookmulk.com, or simply patreon.com/botchpodcast. Like our newest patron, Two Dorks TV.
Hey, I love you.
I love you, Steven. If you can't support us financially but still want to support the show, you can do so by heading on over to Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you can leave reviews. Leave one. Tristan will read it out in a stupid voice. Thank you to Gozer for intro and outro music. More of them all over the internet at Gozer_music and on Spotify under Gozer. Thank you to Emily Swan for album art. She's all over the internet at a swan named Emily. Bill!
Yo!
Thank you so much for coming out tonight and joining our stupid little show.
Hail Satan.
Where can people find you all over the internet?
Nerdnest.tv.
Hell yeah, hit up his YouTube. Bill is shortly closing in on 30,000 subscribers over there. And let's give him the old botch a bump and watch his videos, man. They're fun, they're good, they're informational. We salute you! I'm Bad Cass.
I'm bad. I know it.
Stop trying to push your shitty Reddit joke.
Just give it up.
Yo, this episode's most wanted.
Wanted.
Nailed it.
And as always,
Most wanted.
When your God, when your plans for an Italian-themed turkey paste-based lunch meat empire are ruined by a hasty nerd with dissociative identity disorder and a weird talking horse, scream Botched, and we'll goo you.
we'll see you next week, nerds.
You can support each of us in our own little different ways. My first comic book has come out, and if you'd like to purchase it, you can head on over to www.hiveheadstudios.com, where you can even download a free sample of the book to see if it's something, up your alley. You can also support me over at patreon.com/hiveheadstudios. You can support Steve's stuff over at YouTube or TikTok or any of his other social media at He Who Is Steve. You can support Phil on Patreon or Twitch at Imaginary Nomad. You can support Jen by checking out her other podcasts like Horse Girls on all your podcatchers. You can also check her out on social media or Twitch at Jenna Chill with one L. And you can check out Chonky every so often on Twitch at Chonky_Kong.
Y'all do an extra second before after Dennis says one,
Yeah,
right?
Dennis does a beat.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
3, 2,
Like
1.
on Lethal
beat.
Weapon
It's
3.
one
Like-
press.
Yes.
Press. Okay. I'm just making sure
Well,
I haven't
you
been
press
for
it
a
0.
year.
Lethal
pressing
Weapon, he
a
goes
second late.
before 1, doesn't he? Doesn't he go 3,
Listen,
2, and then
if at some
goes?
point there's not an outhouse exploding in this episode, I'm going to be upset.
We're in a Western.
gonna-
There's only
That's
outhouses.
why I said it.